I'm sure you can do much, much, much better than that. Come on. यार कोलकाता वाले प्यार तो दिखा लो.
Thank you.
And I'm talking about Anubhav Sinha. में आ ही गया होगा. It's in the backdrop of Northeast India. Problems which are going over there. और वहाँ पे कैसे deal कर सकते हैं, कैसे country को एक छत्र के नीचे ला सकते हैं, इसके बारे में, right? और यहाँ पे हमारी जो protagonist है, of course played by Ayushmann Khurrana, he is an undercover agent, an undercover officer. तो उसके लिए बहुत सारे स्पेशल स्किल्स चाहिए होते हैं, रिक्वायरमेंट्स चाहिए होते हैं. Obviously, one is you got to be street smart. One is you got to be very, very, very powerful and strong. Apart from that, और जितने भी स्किल्स चाहिए, इसी को पोर्ट्रे करने के लिए हमने एक बहुत ही खास प्रोमो बनाया है, जो हमारे इस फिल्म के और आयुष्मान खुराना के फैंस के लिए आज हम आपके समक्ष लेकर आने वाले हैं. Just in a minute from now. So are you ready for this special promo? Okay. No. Be here. They are dying to see you, right? यार हाथ को हिला लो. Say hello. Okay, Ayushmann ji, first of all, welcome to Kolkata. आपका यहाँ पे बहुत खासा कनेक्शन है, मैं जानती हूँ. Okay. So at this point of time, ट्रेलर हमने यहाँ पे देखा, आपका स्पेशल प्रोमो देखा, and I must congratulate you. This looks so appealing. This looks so fascinating, and we actually can't wait to watch the movie, right? This was the first time you're playing a undercover special officer. How does it feel like?
It feels great. सबसे पहले thank you so much for being here, and I apologize I'm late हो गया, थोड़ा सा आपको काफी इंतजार करना पड़ा, and you did a great job. ये फिल्म जो है अनेक इज़ वेरी स्पेशल टू मी, क्योंकि बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट फिल्म है आज के सिनेरियो को लेकर, और ये बहुत ही दिल से बनाई गई है. अनुभव सिन्हा ने बनाई गई हमारे साथ, और स्पेशल अंडरकवर एजेंट पहली बार प्ले कर रहा हूँ मैं. इट्स वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम मी, बट एट द सेम टाइम इट्स नॉट जस्ट एन एक्शन फिल्म, इट्स अ पॉलिटिकल थ्रिलर. कुछ कहना चाहती है, इसका मैसेज कुछ अलग है, देश को जोड़ने की बात करती है, भाषा की बात करती है, अलग अलग मुद्दे इसमें छेड़े गए हैं, and I'm sure you like this film.
We will love this film. और आपने क्योंकि यहाँ पे भाषा की बात की है, जोड़ने की बात की है, मुझे लगता है कि एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो हम हर एक को जोड़ती है, and that is our national anthem. May I request all of you to kindly stand up, और आयुष्मान खास तौर से हमें जोड़ने के लिए इस auditorium में we have people from different ethnicity right here amongst us, जैसे कि आप देख सक रहे हैं वहाँ पे, they're coming down. Okay, so this is just one of our way इकट्ठा होने की, जुड़ने की. Can I request everybody to kindly stand up for the national anthem, please? Please be seated. Everyone, Moshe Polun Shawai Mile. Okay, you understand? Great, fantastic. Okay. So Ayushmann, I have a few questions. हमने अभी आपका ये स्पेशल प्रोमो देखा, आपने थोड़ी देर पहले बोला कि it's the first time you're playing a special undercover officer over here. It must have been difficult. What were your preparations from your end, जो आपने full on तैयारी की थी, से physically हो अपने आप को upgrade करने के लिए, या फिर psychologically, what did you do exactly?
Of course, the first job is to physically prepare yourself, because I was at least 8 kgs heavier. With a lot of muscle for this one, yeah.
Okay.
With every film, you need to change your physicality, and that's there. For this particular film, I think जो पहले से फिल्म की चंडीगढ़ का राज की उसका मसल अपने काम आ गया था. So
Absolutely.
I had to play a student in doctorate, so I had to lose muscle again. So that's how the life is. But yeah, it's
pretty much a method actor.
You go into a method if you've not played something you've not experienced in life. For example, I'm not this person. I'm a bit different from Joshua. So you take more training, and I have a friend of mine in special forces. I can't take his name because he's in special forces. So he's just like this guy. Yeah.
Kind of inspired.
Absolutely, he's my childhood friend, and he's almost my best friend. So like, I have 2-3 best friends. So yeah.
Okay, so inspiration drawn. अब मुझे ये बताइए, जो ट्रेनिंग पीरियड आपकी रही होगी तो काफ़ी मुशक्कत भरी रही होगी, और you had to do a lot actually to train up yourself for this particular character. And I'm talking about not about your physical appearance, but more of the the psyche of it.
I think whatever film whichever film I do, like Article 15 or Anek with Anubhav Sinha, it arises from empathy. If you have empathy towards fellow Indians, fellow communities, or people in general. So I think your psyche is prepared in a way because the film says something. It is kind of value addition to the society. As an artist, you have a certain social responsibility. I think you should fulfill that with every film. That's my way of taking it. And I believe in cinema for change, and this is part of that.
And we are seeing that from the first film of yours, actually. You've taken
First
it
film
very
was-
seriously.
First one was okay. It was a comedy, so this is different. But yeah, it's the same genre maybe.
एब्सोल्युटली अच्छा मैंने बहुत सारे यहाँ पे सवाल किए बहुत सारे सवाल अभी भी मेरे पेट में कहीं ना कहीं बटरफ्लाइज मना रहे लेकिन मैं नहीं पूछूंगी क्योंकि हमारी पूरी प्रेस मीडिया यहाँ पे मौजूद है एंड दे आर आई एम श्योर दे आर लोडेड विद क्वेश्चंस सो दिस इज एन ओपन फोरम एनी क्वेश्चंस एनीवन
This side.
यस कैन आई हैव अ माइक फॉर देम प्लीज যারা যারা প্রশ্ন করতে চান তারা কাইন্ডলি একটু হাত তুলবেন সো ইট বিকামস ইজিয়ার ফর আস টু লোকেট ইউ ইয়েস
Hello, Ayushmann.
Hi.
It's Shobik from India Blooms.
I show it.
Ayushmann, this film talks about India, Hindustan. Which common factor do you think binds the entire nation?
I think it's diversity. You have so many languages, so many religions, and every 10 kilometers there's a change in dialect. I think our diversity is the biggest strength. That's the uniqueness of our nation, and I think that binds us together.
One more question. That presently a debate is going on over Hindi language, and Hindi language has a reference in this trailer in your film also. What's your take on this, and do you think the actors and the artists should be bit more responsible while talking in this debate?
I guess everybody comes with certain kind of experience they've had in life. What I feel is that we should give importance to each and every language in this country. It's a default setting probably that Hindi speakers are more than 50%, but that doesn't mean people who don't speak Hindi, they should be treated in a certain way. अब जिनको हिंदी बोली नहीं आती है वो बचपन से हिंदी उन्होंने बोली नहीं है तो एक दिन अचानक उनको हिंदी बोलने के लिए सीखने के लिए कहा जाए इट्स रियली अनफेयर सो इट रियली डजंट मैटर एक कॉमन लैंग्वेज है कि नहीं है बस दिल एक होना चाहिए That's what I feel.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I would request আমাদের অনেক এখানে মিডিয়া পার্সনস আছে সো পর একজন মিডিয়া যদি একটা প্রশ্ন করে it will be easier for us. Yes, please.
Ayushmann, this is Shubhadeep from S News.
I can't see you, sir.
Can you raise a hand whenever you yeah.
Actually, behind the lights, that's
yeah.
why I can't see.
Hello,
Exactly.
Shubhadeep.
Shubhadeep, hi,
My
Shubhadeep.
question to you would be: we have seen that a sport plays a massive role in this film to unite the country. It is actually in real life we also see when we go to a stadium to watch some sport, be it cricket, be it football, we cheer for Hindustan, we cheer for India. What is your take on this particular issue that sports unites the country?
I think it's both sports and cinema. They're the two biggest entities in the country, especially cricket and cinema. So I guess, of course, when you're playing a particular sport, you will look out for the best player in the team. You don't really feel that this person is of certain sect or certain community or speaks a certain language. If he's playing for your team, your country, you're supporting that person. Same goes for movies. If you like a particular actor, you don't really have to make those points कि ये इस community से है, इस religion से है या फिर ऐसा दिखता है. If you like somebody, you love somebody, you love somebody, and you represent the country. So I think that's why I feel that sports and cinema, they are the biggest binders in our country, and it's a great leveler also at the same time. Everybody's the same, only talent speaks.
Hi Ayushmann, this is Ria from
Hi, Ria.
Music Bangla channel. Well, in every process, every actor have to go through some procedure mentally, physically. Physically, we know how you have proceeded, what was your process. Now, I want to know mentally, how did you prepare? What were you going through? Because in Article 15, you went through like a hectic thing. But how did you prepare in this one?
With Article 15, of course, it was more of empathy again. It was also kind of deep-rooted in the society, so it was relatable in a way because you see that happen, casteism, in your daily walks of life. I read Annihilation of Caste by B.R. Ambedkar. It was an eye-opener for me. There's another book called Juthan in Hindi by Mr. Valmiki. I also read that. But with this particular case, I think it's such an alien topic for the mainland. It was the first-hand experience I had a band member from Manipur, Sajida Nandango. He was a guitarist, and he used to call me Mayang. Mayang means an outsider in Manipur. So I was like, it's not flattering if you call me a Mayang. It's like that's what you call you guys. Like you guys, you generalize me like that. So I saw these people getting ill-treated in Chandigarh. That was back in the day in 2000, early 2000s, and so empathy came from there. So when I hosted television shows, for example, India's Got Talent, Shalom McCoy was the winner. So I went to Shillong, interviewed them. So when I joined films, I was like, this is the subject we should explore because we need to unite them with the mainland. They've been ignored since the time immemorial. So when I met Anubhav Sinha, he had a similar thought, and his yoga teacher was from Nagaland, and so we get to hear stories. And then he made this beautiful script, and I read it, and we were on for it.
Ayushmann,
একটু হাতটা উপরে করবেন তাহলে আমরা লোকেট করব
Ayushmann,
जी सर।
इस पेपर में साप्ताहिक वर्तमान नॉर्थ ईस्ट में एक एक्ट होता है आपसपा। आपका क्या राय है आपसपा की रिमूव होना चाहिए ना
इस एक्ट के बारे में फिल्म में बताया गया है। इनफैक्ट मुझे लगता है कि अनुभव सिन्हा ने एक थोरो नॉलेज और एक रिसर्च किया है एक्ट को लेकर, but it's a very deep question. I think as an artist, I will probably show my inclination, or maybe I will do something for the people through my art without. I will not say something on the social media or right here. It's a very political statement. जो बोलूँगा अपने कला के जरिए बोलूँगा, वो कला पर्दे पर देखी होगी।
As an
I
Indian,
think we can restrict ourselves to the film and the questions related to the film itself, please.
as an Indian आप क्या बोले?
सर मैं फिल्म कर चुका हूँ, आप देखिए फिल्म।
Next question. Can you please pass the mic to the lady? আমি আবারও রিকোয়েস্ট করব film related question please করবেন। Thank
Hello.
you.
Hi, this is Roshni from Sinastan.
Hi Roshni.
So, my question is so this is for the first time the political unrest in the northeastern region is being portrayed in a mainstream film. So, what's your comment on that? And also, what was the impact on your psyche after you were done shooting the film?
Okay, we've made films in Northeast in the past, but this is the first mainstream film, yes. At the same time, this is the first film where there's a correct representation. Like Andrea Kevichusa is not just a character in the film; she's the female lead in the film. In fact, her role is at par with my role. So this has never happened before. So if it's coming from the horse's mouth, the people who have suffered in Northeast, I think it means a lot. And I think Indian Hindi cinema has aged with this film because there's a correct representation. 80% of the cast is from the Northeast. Of course, there's a certain empathy in everybody's heart, but when it comes from the person who suffered, I think it holds more weight. If you give the pedestal to that person, it's more credible. It's the right way to do it. Yes, I felt a lot about Northeasterners when I heard the first-hand accounts when we were shooting in Assam and Meghalaya. So yeah, there's a certain change, and we're still learning and evolving. Of course, it's a very complex situation out there. We just term them as Northeast, but they are also multicultural, multilingual. They're different tribes. There's so many different languages. There is also not a unity. It's not a unified entity over there because in Manipur there's some struggle going on in Nagaland also. So I think it's again it was an eye opener for me. I thought they don't like a common educated Northeasterner doesn't like to call them as a Northeasterner. They want to represent their state or their tribe, and they're very passionate about it.
Thank you.
We're taking 2 more questions. All the ladies of the women power in the house. Andrea would have been very happy if she was around.
Hi, Ayushmann. I'm bringing this side.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
So I was saying that as viewers, every film consumes us. We like Article 15. I saw a movie, and we were totally engulfed in it. The topic remained with me, like it's still with me. So as an actor, how did this film engulf you? Like, how do you portray from different roles, characters, just after shooting one film and the other?
Whenever you do a film आपके साथ रह जाती है. हर character आपके साथ रह जाता है if it says something. Like unless it's a generic masala entertainer, but the kind of films that Anubhav Sinha or I endorse, it's again cinema for change, and you learn while you are shooting. I'm still learning. I'm still evolving and learning about Northeast or maybe casteism in India. It's very vast, and it doesn't just strike you when you have suffered firsthand. So yeah, I would love to do these kind of films. There's no dearth of subjects in our country. काफी लोग बोलते हैं सब तो सब्जेक्ट आपने खत्म कर दिए, पर ऐसा नहीं है, because our country is so diverse and vast that there'll be no dearth of subjects, and which will be quirky and of course thought provoking at the same time.
Thank you.
We're taking the last question from this lady. Yes.
Hi, Ayushmann. Shubhita from Ayushmann Digital.
Right.
Ayushmann, have you faced any challenge during the shooting of office?
I think it was just the terrain more than anything else, because as an actor you're just prepared to do anything. The biggest challenge is of course when you are not that person. Like I'm not this person. So it was just the physicality, the gait, your body language, and empathy of course. But of course as an artist, every artist is slightly empathetic towards humanity. So yeah, that was the only challenge. But shooting wise, I think it was the terrain. It was just difficult.
So you are in Kolkata. Have you tried anything?
I had Misti Doi at night and in the morning, and also yeah.
Ayushmann, speaking about this
I
film.
think you have already posted too. So can we please move on to any? This is the last question you're taking.
So, what do you think about the borderline? The
Regarding?
borderline. When you are
Borderline?
talking about the Northeast,
Yeah.
what do you think about the borderline? Because the trafficking also is going on to make a disturbance in the country.
Talking about human
Again,
trafficking.
it's a very predictable. I don't know, sir. I don't know what to. I have no knowledge of this one. Seriously, I'm still learning about it.
Ayushmann,
Ayushmann,
you have always dealt with subjects which are so-called taboo and all in your films. I just want to know that initially in your career in the few years back, were you apprehensive about choosing these topics?
I think I've always treaded the line with a lot of challenge and courage, and I've always been a risk taker when it comes to films and subjects, and I've built my entire career on that. So I was never scared. In fact, I started as a street theatre actor. So while you're doing street theatre, you touch on a lot of social issues. So it's just an extension of my street theatre personality, maybe on the screen.
A few months back, you said that you were.
Excuse me, I think we are almost
Ayushmann-
done. Takeaway for our audience from Joshua.
Takeaway for audience will be a lot of empathy, as I said, and it will be engaging, thought-provoking. Normally जब फिल्म रिलीज होती है काफी लोग बोलते हैं कि अपना दिमाग घर पर छोड़ के आओ, पर यहाँ पे आपका दिमाग लगेगा. तो दिल और दिमाग की बहुत जरूरत है, और बंगाली में दिमाग बहुत ज्यादा होता है. तो इसलिए यहाँ पर
We see the love, he has for us.
यहाँ पर मेरी प्यारी बिंदु शूट कर चुका हूँ, so मुझे पता है यहाँ पर लोगों का दिमाग ज्यादा होता है, इसलिए ये फिल्म यहाँ पर आना बहुत जरूरी है, and it's closest biggest city to the Northeast. So I think you will love this film.
Thank you so much. Thank you. At this point of time, যেহেতু আমরা Mirage Cinemas এ আছি, we are at the auditorium. Mirage Cinemas, one of the most popular destinations for watching our films. I would now request Payal, who's representing Mirage Cinema, to kindly step up on the stage and to say hello and welcome to our city.
आयुष्मान, कितना दिन शूटिंग हुआ है ये फिल्म? आयुष्मान